We begin with breaking news from southern Germany, where shots have been fired outside the Israeli Consulate building in Munich. Footage from social media appears to come from near the scene. German officials have said that a suspect who was shot by police has now died. Police report they exchanged fire with the suspect. They said no other people were involved. The police held a news conference a short time ago, noting that today is the anniversary of the 1972 Munich Olympics terror attacks.
At around 9 a.m., a person was sighted here with a long-barreled weapon. Police were alerted. There was an exchange of fire with the person, during which the person died. About the shooter's weapon, we know it was an old model, long repeating weapon. About the motive, we cannot say anything now. That will be part of the investigation. It is obviously a sensitive date, and the buildings here were under guard, and the guards were the first who had contact with the suspect.
Let's get more from DW political correspondent Matthew Moore, who's following developments. Matthew, what more can you tell us?
Well, we now know that, according to the Interior Ministry of Bavaria, that the suspect was fatally shot at the scene. We heard about this event this morning that led to a major police operation in the downtown area of Munich, where, as we heard, a man drove up to the museum, a museum of Nazi crimes in Munich, which is situated right next to the Israeli consulate there. He is alleged to have opened fire at police, and police returned fire, and he was fatally shot. Police say they are not searching for any other suspects, but it led to a major operation. I spoke to an eyewitness at the scene who said that shortly after 9 he heard 2 loud bangs. He then said he described what he heard was a firefight break out, where it sounded, he said, like more than one person was shooting. He said that police arrived on the scene really quickly. He said that there was a massive police presence in the area. They carried out searches of the buildings, and he watched as they led civilians away under police protection from his office nearby. He said when he went out to try put something in the bin, the police approached him straight away and carried out a search and asked him to get back inside the building, because it seemed like they were still at that point looking for other suspects and trying to secure the area. He says the situation there is much calmer, it's quieter now, but the police are still there standing guard in the area, and police in Munich have said that they've really raised their police presence around the city in response to this incident this morning.
And this incident coming on the anniversary of the 1972 Munich Olympics terror attack?
That's right, Biresh. This incident is on the 5th of September. That's the anniversary of the Munich massacre, a terror attack carried out by Palestinian militants on the Israeli Olympic team that were in the city at the time. And in total, 11 members of the Israeli Olympic team were killed in that terror attack. And it really adds the sense of concern about the situation and the security and the safety of Israelis and Jewish people here in Germany. And also it meant that the people who were in the Israeli consulate at the time, there weren't many people in the Israeli consulate because they were attending commemorations in the city. But it's just led to the sense of a real concern for the Israeli community here in the city.
And have there been any political reactions to this incident?
The Interior Minister of Germany, Nancy Faeser, she said that the highest priority for her is the protection of Israeli institutions following this shooting in Munich. She described the shooting as a serious incident and said she was in contact with emergency services, as you would expect. She didn't want to speculate at this stage on the motives for this behind this incident, but it just is a really stark reminder of the security situation here in Germany at this time, involving Israelis and Jewish people in the country as a whole, and the fear and the danger that is posed, the threats to them at this stage.
DW political correspondent Matthew Moore, thanks so much for that.